check it. Check it. Oh, I think I got the fever. I'm heated, pumping up the meter. Roll me a ringleader, mad party bleeder. Make this with a storm, lead after lead after leader. Hey, can you dig it? I come alive, y'all, give me what you got. Back up, come stick up, pump your fist up. You check the side of the buckshots, a bus slipper. Morning like a kid, gonna make it feel alright. Pump it up all night, body rock, show me what you got. Let Rob break that. Slipper. Morning like a kid, gonna make it feel alright. Pump it up all night, body rock, show me what you got. Let Rob break that. Do you wanna get check it out, check it out, check it, check it out, check it, check it, check it out, check it, check it out, check it, check it, check it out, check it, check it out, check it, check it, check it out, check it, check it out, check it, check it, check it out, check it, check it out, check it, check it, check it out, check it, check it out, check it, check it, check it out, check it, check it out, check it, check it, check it. Check it. Pumping up the meter. Roll me a ringleader, mad party bleeder. Make this with a storm, lead after lead after leader. Hey, can you dig it? I come alive, y'all, give me what you got. Back up, pump, stick up, pump your fist up. You check the side of the buckshots, a bus slipper. Morning like a kid, gonna make it feel alright. Pump it up all night, body rock, show me what you got. Let Rob break that. Slipper. Morning like a kid, gonna make it feel alright. Pump it up all night, body rock, show me what you got. Let Rob break that. Check it, check it, check it out, check it, check it out, check it, check it, check it out, check it, check it out, check it, check it, check it out, check it, check it out, check it, check it, check it out, check it, check it out, check it, check it, check it out, check it, check it out, check it, check it, check it out, check it, check it out, check it, check it, check it out, check it, check it out, check it, check it, check it.
Yo, what is up, everyone? And yeah, we are back. Hopefully my audio settings that Bob helped me with last night are still in effect, so we can go ahead and jump back into the game. Let me just back up a little bit. My camera is cropping out my cat ears. Oh no. Okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah, we'll go ahead and jump back into the game. We're in the midst of playing Spyro Ripto's Rage, as you can tell from the thumbnail. Yeah, if you're from the channel earlier on when we started last year, I originally started streaming with the first Spyro game in the Reignited series, so good times. Folks in the chat, we got Bat Channel, Trey in the house. Smash that like button and subscribe, everyone. Thank you so much, Trey. We got Kamuzu in the house. This music slaps. Thank you, my guy. Mattia, hi, Bat Channel. And Mattia says, loves the intro. Awesome, thank you. Mattia says, I'm going to go to sleep. Have a great stream, Rhea. All right, Mattia, take care. I'm going to go ahead and readjust the camera just so we can be more in the center while I'm nice and cozy in my gamer girl chair. Okay, cool. Awesome. But yeah, how's everyone doing tonight? I am just sort of vibing on Friday Eve. Good times. Let's see, where am I going? I always have to kind of like recalibrate my brain anytime I start up this game because I always forget what I was doing the last time I was playing it. Let me know how the mic audio is because I turned off the echo of my mic audio in my headphones so I can just have the game music, so I'm not as distracted by the sound of my own voice as much. So it's kind of like StreamYard now, which is cool. I love StreamYard. All right, we're going to the next level. Yeah, I'm really liking the new camera layout, so I can like show off my graphic tees a lot better. And yeah, we're playing on Switch, so the load times are a little bit higher, or a little bit longer, I should say. Bat Channel says, "What up, Mattia?" I love surf rock.
Hi, Spyro.
Hi, Spyro. I would play the voice acting, it just takes like a long time to like play all the audio. What's cool about playing in New Game Plus is I don't have to double back with the power-up. I have the power-up already. I have the power! Ka-chow! Oh wait, I missed. There you go. Bat Channel says, playing some Warzone at the moment, trying to get ready for the Godzilla vs. Kong Season 3. Oh, nice! Is that a series that you're covering on your channel? Everyone also check out Trey at the Bat Channel. He covers all types of movie and TV content news. And yeah, friend of the channel as well. Kamuzu, if you're still here, I watched your video that you posted where you're I think the title was I'm gonna be more objective or something. Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. And you're right, the editing on that looked like it took a long time. Well, at least for me, it would take a long time. Bat Channel says, no, not at the moment. We haven't started doing gaming content yet. Oh, nice. Okay, so I'm looking forward to seeing more of more content that you are branching out into then. That'll be really cool. Yeah, it's always hard to like find that balance between like gaming content and movie content. Like I was like doing some experimental streams and stuff like that, and I kind of want to go back to that format. It just took a lot of energy for me to plan out, so I just wanted to do some lighthearted gaming streams for a little while and kind of get back into this re-energized mode to do more complex streams and stuff like that. I think I turned up the game audio a bit to allow the audience to hear it a little bit better. If you're still not able to hear it well, just like give me a holler and I will fix it. Gargut says, Rhea, Yo-Yo, Miss Hangin'. Good evening, Garguts. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I haven't seen you around streams in a minute, so I hope I can come by and see you streaming later. That would be cool. I've been going to bed a little bit earlier. Gargut says, I'm great, just got off work, having a beer, watching along. Yeah, definitely. I forget, were you also working on music? I think that's something that you were mentioning on your show last time I was on, but I forget. Oops, I died. Let's see, I'm gonna move the mic up a little bit. Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, I've been working a shitload. Oh yeah, no, any like new music or any new projects that you're also working on? Gargut says, it's a music video, haven't filmed it yet though, gonna do that in a few weeks. Oh, nice. Yeah, I remember we were watching some of your music videos on a stream and it was really cool. I liked the cinematography and effects that you were showing off in some of your work. Oh, and I just got a new mic, so, like, for the longest time I thought my Blue Yeti was, like, the best mic ever, but, in every playback of, like, a video, I would just notice my gaming audio would be really bad, so, I got a recommendation from, Bomberny TV, and, I got an Audio Technica, 2020 USB, AT USB 2020, I think, something along those lines. But yeah, I'm super stoked on it. We got Isaac, Multiverse of Movies in the house. What's up, Isaac? Happy Thursday. Happy Friday Eve to you. I'm doing well, Isaac. Just a little tired. I'm like exhausted from working so much, but nothing new. How are things with you? I think Max is streaming in like an hour, or like less than an hour. I'm surprised he hasn't gone live yet. Or like that he scheduled the stream so late. Gargut says, oh yeah, that was cool, thank you for liking it. Yeah, of course. It's always cool to talk about like actual like stuff that we're working on and things like that. Let's see. Can I get to that platform? I think I've seen other people do it before. I think I've done it before as well. Let me try. Okay, maybe I am not doing the hover move close enough to the platform. Multiverse of Movies says, I'm good, and yeah, Max just woke up by Brian, then was just woken up by Brian. They should be live in 10 minutes. I won't be able to come on tonight, though. Oh, okay. Isaac, did you already see, what is that movie? That multiverse movie, with like Michelle Yeoh. did you see that movie already? I think you know what I'm talking about. Everywhere, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. I think that's what it's called. I want to go see that. Gargut says, yeah, Audio-Technica is pretty good. I should have recommended a Shure mic, the M7. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I bought it from Amazon, so I could return it if, like, I find something even better, too. And I bought my Blue Yeti from Amazon, too. So I could probably return that if I really wanted to. I figured that I would do the Audio-Technica and then keep the Blue Yeti as a backup. So, yeah. Multiverse Movie says Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. No, but I got tickets for Sunday afternoon. Oh, nice. Little matinee action. Always nice. I'm gonna go see a movie on a Sunday afternoon. That sounds super chill. Multiverse Movie says, seems interesting. Yeah, you gotta go see all the Multiverse movies. It's in your channel title. Okay, I cannot make it up to this platform. Gargut says Michelle Yeoh is in the Batman movie. Oh, no. Michelle Yeoh is in the movie that Multiverse quoted in the chat. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. But yeah, I am excited to see that eventually. I would like to see it in theaters. Gargut says, gotta love Amazon 30-day return policy. Oh yeah, and like, to be honest, like, they kind of do exceptions as well sometimes if you like complain hard enough. Like, I think it also has to do with like customer tenure and lifetime value on your account. Like, I make purchases through Amazon a whole lot, so I think they can tell, like, you know, I'm like, I also subscribe to Amazon Prime too, so I don't know if like my account is like worth any more than like anyone else's, because obviously Amazon's like $1 billion company, so in the grand scheme of things, probably not, but I will say that their customer service is pretty good. I guess it's because like they can afford to just, you know, compensate people without really asking too many questions. And they ask like the most in-depth customer service feedback survey questions that I've seen up till now. Like, it's like 3 pages of questions for their Amazon Fresh grocery delivery service that I use a lot. Which, by the way, is pretty good. Like, if we're not talking about like, you know, the shittiness of Amazon in general, like if we just talk about like their service quality, I guess, then yeah, their Amazon Fresh grocery service is pretty good. And their customer service is pretty good too. So I guess I'm saying that like, oh, even though they can afford to be like, you know, the crappiest customer service, you know, provider ever, they're not. They're actually one of the best. And they also offer price match, if I'm not mistaken. I think it depends. I know Target does price match to Amazon and Best Buy. But Target is oftentimes like sold out of like a lot of items that I find on Amazon and Best Buy, so I'd be like SOL like sometimes when I try to go to Target to get a price match. Like I tried to get a price match for the Atari VCS that was $100 the other day, and Target didn't have the specific bundle that was on sale at GameStop, because Target also price matches GameStop. Where was I going with this? Yeah, so basically Best Buy does do price match, but I guess I learned that they only do it if like not on bundles and only on items that are immediately available to purchase on the competitor's website. Gargut says, I gotta check that movie, love her. Oh yeah, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Gargut says, oh yeah, I definitely complained a lot because of returns and getting my money back. Yes, exactly. I love complaining. Max Leonard says, hey Ray, I'm a little late. I was watching the end of a YouTube video. No problem, Max. We're here for like an hour or so. Just vibing. Gargut says, Prime went up to $16. What's the deal? Yeah, no, it definitely. Luckily, I split the cost with family, so I'm kind of covered there. I'm kind of a bum. I try to like subsidize costs as much as possible. But yeah, like for folks who are paying out of pocket for it, yeah, it's pretty expensive. Honestly, like I was thinking of canceling Netflix because there's just like no value in it anymore, and they're like, you know, canceling a bunch of stuff. They are gonna, you know, add commercials to their content soon. So yeah, there's like not really much reason to stick around as much. And I don't really care for their original content too much. Like, I could easily watch a lot of stuff for free online through other illicit, you know, avenues. And Geek Getaway, Tony in the house. Nice TLC shirt. Thank you, Tony. Good evening to you. Thanks for coming by to hang out. Let's see. Where are the rest of those gems? Well, yeah, there's like gems up here. Let's see. Okay. So I'm gonna have to come back when I have the climbing ability. Gargut says, I canceled it and got a cheaper deal with Medicaid, so it's $7. Yeah, no, I hear you. Like, some of my family members have social assistance as well, so they're able to qualify for subsidized Amazon Prime, which is really nice. So I get in on their deal for like you said, $7. Yeah, for Amazon, exactly, Garguts. Mike Hawk in the house. What's up, Mike? Good to see you. I'm like catching all these arcade streams now, which is really nice. I'm learning a lot. When it comes to like the newer options that are available. Like I'm a little hesitant to learn more about like the modding side of like modding your arcade 1-up or modding your iArcade, if there are even people who do that. Because it's like you spend all this money on an iArcade and then you want to mod it, like just like invest in a Mister or a Raspberry Pi or something for your arcade 1-up. But there's like so many facets to like the arcade community that I'm discovering. So yeah. Garget says, laugh my ass off the name. Oh, what's, oh yeah, my cock hurts. Yes, I know, I didn't catch on to it until like a while ago. But I unironically like just say it like, oh hey, my cock. And then when I hear it play back, I'm just like, oh my god. I sound like such a dork. But Mike's the homies and all the gaming streams. Especially like the arcade ones, those are great. Let's see, where am I headed to now? Aquaria Towers. It's so funny watching, it's like speaking of Amazon, it's funny watching videos. Well, it's like funny and effed up at the same time. Like watching people drop or Amazon delivery people just like throwing packages like over fences at doors and then just like dipping. Like expensive stuff too, or like I guess like it's kind of it if it's like a larger package, they'll just like kind of like throw it like, you know, in the middle of the walkway and then walk away. Garget says, have you ever heard of PAX, the big video and tech convention? Yeah, it's in Boston right now, I think. I think it's happening like today through the weekend. Are you going there, Garget?
The shock sticks have drained.
I wanted to go to PAX. That would have been really cool, but it's way too late notice, and I like did not even think of making plans to go. It's kind of busy at work as well, so it would have been kind of effed up of me to like go and have a vacation while my job has like hella people on vacation right now. Garget says, no, but I'll be going to PAX South. Oh, cool. What's, is that one in Texas? Geek Getaway says PAX East, right? Yeah, the one in Boston. That's the one that's happening this weekend. I was looking at flight tickets too, and like things are just getting expensive. Like ever since restrictions lifted and stuff like that, things are like back to normal to like summer prices and stuff. I'm better off going to like, because I wanted to go to Orlando and Tampa Bay, but I'm better off probably planning for like sometime in the winter. Mike says, arcade 1-ups are great for modding. I've gutted and rebuilt a few of them. The iArcades can be graphically modded, but to gut them I think is a waste since it's part of the growing ecosystem. Yeah, that's what I thought too, Mike. So like, I'm really fascinated by the iArcades because there is just, it's not, well, like, I guess it's kind of like a more luxury high-end version of an arcade unit or an arcade 1-up. And it just feels like something that is not just like a finite, you know, product. It's like you said, it's an ongoing ecosystem that's being added to. And the versions that people buy are pretty much just like externally, like what aesthetic you want, like for every game that is available for the iArcade unit, whether it be like, what is it? There was Dragon's Lair and Dead Cells versions of the iArcade, but they all have the same games, I think. I could be wrong. But yeah, to your point, yeah, the iArcades are pretty cool in my book. The arcade 1-ups are great too. I can see why people would want to be into collecting those and then just flipping the old ones. So there's like benefits in both. At least like as far as like what I've been learning. So I'm eager to like learn more about like how people, you know, customize their units and like which ones are coming out and with what features, what's gonna be the differences between like the standard and gold versions. So yeah. Let's see. Garget says, "Yep, every year in Texas. I know I'm gonna try and get to Cali and back, and don't think I'll be able to." Oh, is it what convention is in California? Let's see. Geek Getaway says, "Do they lift the vax restrictions on flights?" I don't know about for international flights. For domestic, I guess you don't have to wear masks on board anymore. Yeah. So I think that part is optional now. Mike says 5 games being added to the arcade for online play tomorrow. I will bring them up to 12. That will bring them up to 12 online titles. Oh, nice. I'll have to watch some videos on like what games are all gonna be available on the iArcade. Cause like when it comes to like what I understand about the arcade 1-ups, I would just basically go for the ones that are branded with like my favorite IPs, like Mortal Kombat, Marvel vs. Capcom, etc. Like those ones. And then like the iArcade one would be like, I guess the one that would have, that I would like also have like an IP that I really like as like the external cabinet. But as far as the games that are available for it right now, from what I understand, it's still pretty limited. So I'm eager to see what new games they're adding. Let's see. Tomio Miko in the house. Yo, Rhea. Yo, Tony. Good to see you, Tomio. Yeah, I'm having my stream with Ramblin' Man tomorrow, hopefully. Hopefully he is in good spirits to still join me then, even though it's going to be really late for him. Hopefully Bob can join too. It'll be like a pre-party, I guess, before Max's stream for Movies Madness Entertainment International. We have to get Bob on that one too, because those streams are really fun. Geek Getaway says, Turtles original cartoon voice actors returning to reprise their iconic roles in TMNT Shredder's Revenge game. Oh, wait, Tony, what is that in context to? Like, what are you referring to? Geek Getaway says, hey Tomio. Max Leonard says, hey Tommy. Garget says, NAMM is in Anaheim in June. Oh, is that a band that you're working with? Are you like their cinematographer for their music videos? Tomio says, awesome, that guy who voiced Leonardo was in a ton of shows. Yo, Max. Uyumiko, yeah, you're, if you're available, you're welcome to come through for the music stream as well. I don't run, like, super long streams, so I probably will just have some game footage on and be just hanging out and chatting about 90s music with everyone who comes through for the stream. Tomio says, Nam is like musical equipment / guitar show. Oh, okay. Tyrone Dustin in the house. I love this game. Yeah, definitely. Welcome to the channel. Good to see you. Let's see. Just checking my notifications really quick. Awesome. Alright, and back to the stream window. Okay, cool. Geek It Away says Shredder's Revenge is a new TMNT game coming out. They got 80s cartoon voice actors for it. Oh yeah, I didn't know about the voice actors, but I knew the Shredder's Revenge game was coming out.
Hi, Spyro. You must be tough.
No deal, Howie. I can swim and attack from far away with my fireballs. But yeah, Garguts, what are you going to be doing in Cali for the show, or like for NAMM? Sorry, I'm like really ignorant to like music stuff. Like, I like music, I just don't know how to talk about it. Uyamiko says the most rad trade show in my opinion is IAPPA or whatever is the freaking ride with the freaking rides. Oh, okay, I see. So NAMM is like a convention or something. Oh, right. Okay, so it's like an equipment guitar show. I see. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I don't know why I didn't understand what you meant the first time. Geek Getaway says, just saw the press release in my emails. Oh, cool. So you're gonna review the game, Tony? Mike says, no TMNT love for years, and now they have Shredder's Revenge and the Cowabunga collection, each dropping on top of each other, it seems. Yeah, totally. I think that the Turtle love has just been, like, super niche up until now, but now it's, like, people are banking on that nostalgia. I think it's because people are entering their late 30s, early 40s, and have that itch for some Turtle action in their life, I guess. Tommy O says, you're playing a game, it's hard to read and play for sure. Oh, dude, I mentioned this before. It's like, for me personally, like, it's just hard to, like, perform multiple executive functions at the same time. Like, talking, like a human being and reading the chat and playing the game. It's a lot to ask of me. But yeah, I'm digging the new camera setup because, like, I always felt that being, like, a small thumbnail in the corner, I was barely, like, visible most of the time during the streams. So hopefully this is, like, more immersive or more engaging for folks. Let's see. Gems. Super Ace Gamer in the house. My friends want me to play Spyro. Yeah, Spyro is so fun. I know you were playing Kirby on your channel earlier, so are you gonna finish that game and then move on to something else? Tommy O says, why no original Bebop and Rocksteady actors? Oh yeah, that's a good question. I mean, for me, I haven't I don't recall like what the original voice actors sound like off the top of my head. So, yeah. My bad. Is one of the original voice actors for the original TMNT Rob Paulson? I feel like he was in like every cartoon growing up. Tommy O says, I need the original Baxter Stockman and Irma actors, or I'm not going to buy it. Oh, okay. Yeah, for $40, I was thinking like, oh, is that like including anything special? But no, like the collector's edition is $150 and has all the like the collectible content included, like book, pins, stickers, all that stuff. I definitely think that it's a little too much at $150. I would think that maybe $80 would be where I'd cap it. $60 if it was like really trying to be like consumer friendly, because then you're just competing with like a new game, and you're getting like all this like awesome exclusive content for being an early adopter of the game. But no, it has to be more than twice that price. Tommy O says, but the movie Donatello is Corey Feldman. Oh, the 90s live action TMNT movies, the voice actor was Corey Feldman for Donatello. Yumiko says, lol, yes, Tony, tonight I dine on turtle soup. Savage. Dun, 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 dun. What games are y'all currently playing right now? Like offline, when I'm not playing Spyro, I'm still playing Triangle Strategy. It's a lot of fun. I spend a lot of time replaying the same maps over and over though, so that's why I'm not streaming it, because it's like kind of boring to watch me play the same map over and over, because leveling up characters takes hours. Let's see. And I keep unlocking new characters as well, so I have to keep going back to the same maps and then grinding them up to bring them up to the same level as everyone else. So it's like this endless loop. And I haven't even really like engaged in the story too much. Super Ace Gamer says, rip James Avery, the Shredder voice actor. Oh wow, I didn't even know he passed. Yeah, that's a shame. Tomio says, was the original Krang speaking while inhaling the air instead of exhaling it? Max Leonard says, Kirby Triple Deluxe. Oh yeah, thank you. I was struggling to remember the name of the game at first. Swimming sounds. The sound design in this game is like very endearing. I don't know why that word came to mind, but that's like immediately what I think of, like trying to describe it. We got Antonio in the house. What's up, Antonio? Antonio, what did you think of the new Batman movie? I know you said that you were potentially going to be on a panel and talk about it with people, but then you dipped. You were just waiting for people to forget that you promised to do that. Uyamiko says, I swear the OG Krang voice is some kind of vocal trick. Super Ace Gamer says he passed away since January 2014. Aw. Rest in peace. We shall do this challenge.
I've been trying to tame my new pet manta ray, but he just won't obey me. Hey, you're just about the right size to ride on his back.
You bet.
Great! Hop on his back and guide him through each of the bubble rings as they appear. And remember, he's brand new, so try not to get him dented or scratched up.
Cool, let's go. I missed a ring. Sorry, gotta focus. This is the most challenging challenge. Not really.
Well done.
Super Ace Gamer says, Uncle Phil is always my spirit animal. Oh, Uncle Phil, oh, that's the actor from Fresh Prince who played Will Smith's character's uncle. Yeah, okay. I was having a brain lapse and forgot who that was for a second. Antonio says, LOL. Tomio says, you'll be happy to know the guy who played Jeffrey on Fresh Prince is still alive and in his 70s. Oh, nice. That's really cool.
Okay, good luck.
Good luck. Blub, blub, blub. Blub, blub, blub. Yay, I win.
Incredible.
Tomio says Jeffrey is how they spelled it, I mean.
Like
Not to be confused with DJ Jazzy Jeff.
My other flipper too.
Our friend Hunter is supposed to be helping us find these orbs, yet he's making us do these weird challenges in order to attain them from him. Odd. Looking for gems. But yeah, if the game audio is not loud enough, or you would like to hear it louder, please let me know. Happy to make that adjustment. Cool, cool. Alright, let's find some more gems. We're almost done. We're missing 20. Max Leonard says, I'm struggling with Homebrew MAME ROMs and a really nice controller. Oh, what do you mean struggling? Like, what are some of the things that you're challenged with right now? Max says, we got requests for Galaga and Miss Pac-Man from my housemates. Oh, okay, so, are you building them their own, homebrew, like, MAME unit to be able to play those games? Sorry if I'm like misunderstanding exactly what you're doing. Yay, we got all the gems. Let's see. Okay, we are missing one orb, and I remember where it's supposed to be at. Max says, just setting it up on my laptop so I can put it on the communal screen and attach my controller to it. Oh yeah, that'll be really cool. Yeah, that would be something that I do to like a mod it like Atari VCS or something. Well, I could probably mod my Apple TV. Like, it's a 3rd gen, so it's like a few years old. Like, so no harm done. It's probably worth like maybe like 20, 30 bucks. What sucks is that the YouTube app is discontinued on it. D-Reed in the house. Spyro again, I see. Yeah, we're just chilling, playing Spyro. Hope you're doing well, D-Reed. Max Leonard says, but MAME is trickier in emulation than the consoles. Oh, okay, so, what exactly are you, like, what is the, like, challenge that you're working through right now? I know you probably described it already. I just am having trouble understanding, I guess.
Them in the top of each of these numbered towers. I borrowed some explosives to blast open the tower doors. If you can make it to the top of the 6 numbered towers...
Max Leonard says they're dependent on more BIOS files that I don't have. Oh, okay. Do you usually go into like forums or like Facebook groups to get those BIOS files? Because sometimes, like when I'm looking for, like let's say ROMs, if I'm looking for those, for example, from whatever emulator I'm trying to run, then I'll just go to like a Facebook group. Or if I find like an emulator and I need like the most updated version of it, and I can't find it for whatever reason, or I need an older version, I'll just look through Facebook groups. D-Reed says, MAME has a lot of BIOS. Max Leonard says, so I'm hoping this new homebrew will have everything they need to run without the BIOS files. Oh, okay. D-Reed says, especially the newer arcade classics. Oh, so D-Reed, are you into like arcade modding and arcade emulation? I'm like trying to get more into like the knowledge space of like arcade like discussion, because it's really fascinating to me. Skywalker the Jedi just tipped $5. Spyro was really the first 3D platform I loved as a kid. I have so many memories on my OG PlayStation. Playing that game, it's crazy. So glad to see you showing the franchise some love on your platform. 100 emoji, 2 strong arm emojis. Thank you so much, Skywalker. I appreciate the support. Again, I don't expect anyone to support monetarily, but it is appreciated, and I am very grateful for your patronage. Much respect, and thank you again. D-Reed says, I'm very much into arcade emulation and emulation as a whole. Oh, D-Reed, why don't you talk about it more when you're on the show? Well, I guess like, or like when you're on panels. I guess like it never comes up for us to talk about too much, so like that's a good reason why it hasn't happened. But yeah, as far as like arcade emulation, I am interested to hear more about like what solutions people in the community come up with to get the best at-home experience for arcade classics that is as close to the original experience as possible. Andrea Cruz in the house. Hey Rhea, man, I miss playing Spyro on the old PS1. Me too. I love the remastered editions that I'm playing right now, but I definitely go back to the PS1 versions often, like on my PSP. D-Reed says, lol, yeah, never has come up. More into the drama, I guess. Yeah, no, like actually talking about video games is more fun than, like to me anyway, than other stuff. So yeah, I'll be sure to ask you about that next time. If I end up on a panel like on either Tommy O's show or D-Reed's show, or not, sorry, Dean TV, sorry. Yeah, I was confusing the names, but yeah. Super Ace Gamer says, video games greater than drama. I agree, Super Ace Gamer. Let's see. Okay, so back to the challenge. Super Ace Gamer says, changed my mind. I don't have to change your mind, you're on point. Your Average Gamer says, TLC, yes, good to see you, UAG. Hope you're doing well. We were just talking about arcade emulation, and I was talking about the arcade 1-ups and the iArcade stuff that I've been learning more about thanks to your channel and other folks' channels talking about it that I'm following. Yeah, so I think Mike said that there are going to be 5 new games added to the online lineup for iArcade starting tomorrow. I'm not sure what the list includes right now, so I'll just watch some videos after this stream to see like what the new games are going to be announced. Your Average Gamer says, yep. I'm sure y'all are going to cover it on one of your shows, like the new games that are added to the arcade, and if they're like, if they add to the value proposition for buying a unit. Because I know it's like more expensive than an arcade 1-up, but in a lot of people's opinion, it seems to be the better value. Just like an absence of titles is like its biggest challenge. Super Ace Gamer says, a friend of mine has made a fan game of Shantae and Asha from the Monster World for... Oh, so like they combined the 2 characters into one game? You'll have to link me in the Discord, Super Ace Gamer. I would love to check it out and stream it. Your Average Gamer says, nothing announced yet, but tomorrow the floodgates open. Yeah, it's gonna be a doozy of a news day tomorrow. I'm excited to watch everyone's streams about it. D-Reed says, iArcade I hope gets more licenses. I love the premise though. Yeah, same. Okay, so like, I think for me, like, I love the arcade 1-ups, and I love the idea of like the iArcade. Like, I can see myself owning like one iArcade and maybe like 2 or 3 arcade 1-ups if I had the space. Like, I have space in my room I could put on the back wall if I wanted to, but it's like, I would rather have them in their own separate room. Like, I don't want to be like surrounded by my workstation, which is here, and then this is also like my personal space in my house, in my house, and then I also have my arcades behind me. It would just feel like I'm surrounded, you know, by stuff. so I wouldn't have like too much personal space to just, you know, woo-saw. So I like to think that one day I would have like my own separate like gaming room where I would have like my arcade units and like my game shelves and this big screen TV and like bean bags and an awesome like futon couch for folks. So at least that's the dream, I guess. Super Ace Gamer Brand says, yep. Okay, cool. Yeah, link me the Shantae and Asha game, and I will put that on my to-do list to stream at some point. D-Reed says, I only have 2 arcade 1-ups, but it's more for show to me. Kind of a waste of money, just my opinion. Oh, I mean, like, I don't think anyone's, like, hobbies are a waste of money per se, because, like, we're gamers, right? So we pay for consoles and physical content. Like, I don't know if you're, like, a physical media collector. I think you said that you sold most of your stuff, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry if I'm wrong. But, yeah, I definitely appreciate, like, owning, you know, like, the stuff that I'm into. Because obviously, like, having digital stuff, it's always subject to, like, being corrupted or the licenses removed from online or things like that. So, anyway, what I was trying to say is that, like, spending money on just to, like, be able to own, like, your media, I think that's not necessarily a waste of money, but that's just my opinion. Super Ace Gamer says, I linked it on Discord. Thank you so much, Super Ace. And D-Reed says, iArcade with more games available in the future is more of a value. Yeah, no, I totally agree. The quality is definitely there. Like, no one's, like, knocking that. It's just, like, the amount of content for the value is, like, the biggest argument from what I can see, like, against it. And that's kind of, like... Oh, and then, like, its footprint in the market is not super high from what I've been able to learn, too, so... I'm still learning. I'm not an expert. I know I'm like making it seem like I know a lot, but I really don't. I'm just parroting what I have learned recently. But yeah, it's all really fascinating. D-Reed says, Rhea, you have a good memory, Rhea. You're right. I sold a lot of my media. Yeah, I remember we were talking about it because like I admittedly didn't grow up with a lot of like the retro consoles. So I'm discovering them now as an adult, like with income to, you know, be able to enjoy them. So yeah, like growing up poor, I was lucky to get like a couple games a year. It was like, and we're looking at games that are priced similarly to how they are now, and cost of living, or like I wouldn't say like the like a $60 game back in like 1998, for example, versus like a $60 game now. And minimum wage back then was like $5-6, you know? So, yeah. Like, I remember, like, my mom, like, being stoked about getting a raise to, like, $14 an hour. And looking back, I'm just like, there's no way, like, that would have ever, you know, I would never, you know, be able to accept that or live on that, let alone live on that. So, yeah, it was a tough time back then, for sure. Like, for folks to, like, have any type of game collection. I think that's why a lot of us like are so like hell-bent on holding on to our physical media, because like a lot of us just didn't grow up having a whole lot of it. Your Average Gamer says you're learning a lot. Yeah, I am. I'm like really excited like to keep learning about the newest like trends in the arcade community and stuff. Some of the guests that I invited on last time weren't able to make it to our show, like that you and OTG were on, but I'm hoping to have another arcade discussion, like with Retro Ralph and Kev Gret and what was it? There was another YouTuber that I reached out to. What was it? Console Kits? I think I reached out to him. I was watching his interview. Oh, and like CT Jason. Oh my god, I would love to get CT Jason on the show. Like, CT Jason, OTG, UAG, Zod, Kev Gret, Retro Ralph. Oh my god. And then me and Ken are going to be the co-hosts. It'll be just the most craziest arcade discussion ever. Like, I can see it now. That would be so fun. There would be like too many different personalities on that show, and it'll just be like a sensory overload. But it'll be like the most entertaining show ever. So yeah. That's my goal. I love bringing people who are in like the same community but with way different personalities on the same show, so they all have to kind of like react to each other. It's really entertaining to watch. Simon Stevens says, if we had YouTube when I was a kid, I'd have been the handy down gamer. That's all I got. I was constantly hunting down the loose Master System cards at car boot sales. Oh yeah, so like I was always like getting games secondhand as well. Like I remember going to Game Crazy. Y'all remember Game Crazy? That was like Hollywood Video's answer to GameStop, I think. And or like Game Crazy was attached to Hollywood Video, at least like in my my childhood stomping grounds. But yeah, good times. But buying used games was pretty much the only option I had, and it would only be like $2 or $3 cheaper than the not used version, but anything to save $1, I guess. D-Reed says, imagine collecting for the original Neo Geo. That's the only physical media I kept a hold of. Yeah, D-Reed, you're smart. Keeping a hold of like the Neo Geo stuff, like even back then it was just super rare, so yeah, like having that foresight definitely saved you some time, I bet. Mike Hawk says, I lost all my older stuff in a flood in 2012, but have piecemealed it back together. Oh, I'm so sorry, Mike. I've been seeing a few folks impacted by like natural disasters with their gaming collections and stuff, and it feels, I can't even like imagine being in that position. Like on top of like probably the other like sentimental like family stuff that you lost in the disaster too. But yeah, I'm glad you're like recovering from it well though. Super Ace Gamer says, also there's another indie game in the works that's like Secret of Evermore, the girl from Arcania. Oh cool, I'm down to check it out. Thank you for the recommendations, Super Ace. Ruby 900 in the house. Hey Ray, remember Blockbuster? Oh yeah, I like have I think people have like a romanticized like memory of Blockbuster because what is it? Like, so Blockbuster is cool, right? Like everyone loved like the experience of going to Blockbuster, at least like that nostalgic feeling of going to Blockbuster that we all think of. But if we really like consider the impact that Blockbusters had with like how fast they expanded into the market, and the impact they had on like the mom and pop video shops, they're kind of like, they were kind of like the Walmart of their day, you know? Well, like Walmart and Target are definitely like still the Walmart and Target of today, and then Amazon is like coming for their ass as well. But like what I'm trying to say is that like there's always been like this trend of like of businesses that like blew up, like even Kmart too. Like we all have like nostalgic feelings on Kmart, at least I do anyway. And like we don't think about like, oh, like all the businesses that those brands you like put out of business from like growing so fast.
You did it.
Like I'm sure maybe in like 20-30 years when like we're waxing poetic about Target, like we won't realize, or like we won't immediately think of like all those businesses that Target put out of business in smaller towns. But anyway, sorry to like to bring down the party with like, you know, those thoughts. I just figured that like we remember Blockbuster and Kmart so like romantically, like because they're part of our nostalgia, but their real impact on like the economy and our society is like, well, now we're like dependent on big brands and we don't even think to shop small anymore. I don't know, just things like that I try to keep in mind. That's why I'm really into like the flea markets and like the garage sale, you know, scavenger hunts and things like that. Those are all really cool videos for me to watch on YouTube. Mike says, I'm up to 42 MVS Neo Geo carts, and I just started collecting for that during COVID. It was really crazy spending on eBay, waiting for quality sellers to accept offers. Yeah, I was thinking like during the last like 2 years, there were probably like a lot of people selling their collections due to like being in financial straits. So maybe like, even though it was like a bad time for people to retain their physical media, like for collectors, it was probably like an opportune time as well. So it's kind of a give and take. Max Leonard says, dude, I remember waiting for a game to be returned for hours. The game was Evo for the SNES. Oh man, that's like almost what, 30 years ago? Your Average Gamer says they killed all the mom and pop shops. Yes, yeah, UAG. Like that's what I'm trying to say is that like like Blockbuster and like Kmart and Target and stuff, and Best Buy. What else? Circuit City. Like, we remember those stores, like, because they were fun to go to. Like, it felt like going to a theme park sometimes, because we were surrounded by all of our favorite games and media and all this, like, fun stuff. But, yeah, like, the last thing on our mind was, you know, how many businesses they put out of, they made close their doors because they could afford to charge less for the items that they sold. So, yeah, it kind of sucks. I've been learning more about, like, how businesses scaled, like, through the 80s and 90s by watching Company Man. I know some people watch Company Man in the channel, so he talks about, or their channel talks about a lot of brands that, like, skyrocketed and just, like, scaled growth, like, with multiple brick and mortar shops opening across the country. Then all of a sudden, like, the market just crashed, and, like, competitors and online stores and retailers started to take over, and they couldn't afford their brick and mortar stores anymore, so they had to close up shop. And then just one thing fell out of place after another, because they weren't able to sustain the amount of stores that they did have open and the amount of labor costs it requires to keep them open to the standard of quality of service that people remember them being able to achieve. So them living up to, like, that legend that high bar of quality that they set for themselves, like, when they first opened, they were not able to scale. That was not able to scale, like, long term once, like, online retailers, like, came about. So it's really fascinating stuff. All of this, like, was happening during my childhood, and I never really had, like, my brain wrapped around that stuff happening. But seeing, like, documentaries and stuff like that on YouTube and coverage to kind of like give me a better idea of, like, what was really going on, like, in society in the 90s and the 2000s, like, so like, socially and economically, like, that really helps. So I'm really interested in stuff like that on YouTube. Ruby says, does anyone remember the old GameStop mascot, the White Rabbit? Oh yeah, what was his name? Bill the Rabbit or something like that? Because I remember working at GameStop, and the rabbit was still present on all of our training documents and our training materials online. Simon Stevens says, it's too convenient now to shop small time for me. It feels like trudging around a medieval market, going around all the shops to buy all kinds of different stuff rather than having it all in one place. Yeah, honestly, Simon, you're not wrong. I mean, and it's no fault of, like, the consumer that that's the case. Like, I feel like the market has to adapt to, you know, the customer. And if the customer is given the option to go for a cheaper, more convenient route, then that's, you know, the route that they're gonna go, you know? So there's, like, no, like, shame or I personally don't shame people for shopping at Walmart or Target or Amazon, you know? Like, it would be cool to, like, you know, once in a while be able to support smaller businesses if it is, like, you know, an option for folks. But I'm never going to be that person to, like, you know, judge people on where they need to shop, because, like, I'm not in their position, you know? So whatever people need to do to access, you know, the stuff they need for their life, you know, get it how you can get it, you know? At least that's how I feel. Let's see. Mike Cox says, still one Blockbuster left. 211 Northeast Revere Avenue, Bend, Oregon. Yeah, I'm, like, wondering if, like, that, how much time left that place has, you know? I'm really curious to see how long they're able to sustain being open. But I guess, like, they can remain open, like, for as long as, like, people continue to patronize them and stuff like that. I wonder if they actually do rent videotapes or if they just do sales, or both. Mike says, I had to Google it to remember all that I had to Google it to remember that mascot. Ruby 900 says, also, does anyone remember when GameStop didn't have a case for a game, they would put yellow paper on it? Yes, I do remember that. I was one of those people, and people were not too happy when I would hand them a game case without the box art on it. So, like, what we would do is we'd put the box art on the display case for the used games, and then people would pick up the used case, go up to the cash register and be like, okay, yeah, I want this game. And then I would go and pick a case from the cabinet with the generic yellow paper printout and give them that case instead with the game. And people would just look at me like, this is not what I handed you. And I'd be like, oh yeah, here's your game, as if like that's like, you know, nothing. I didn't try to just like give them like a printout and a used disc. I can't even give them the original box art because I need to keep the original box art to put back on the shelf. But yeah. Simon Stevens says, when it comes to games, I think anyone starting up a business now needs to be smart and accept that there is a risk. I find small game stores are best for the retro stuff, so they still have a place. Yeah, totally. I think that like it's kind of a mixed bag of like, you know, retro game stores being aware of like the value of their products that they're selling, and like them charging internet prices in store. Like, it's like, I think that they kind of have to be cognizant of like people knowing that they have the ability to purchase online and then pay with like PayPal or something like that to protect them from being scammed. Like if they ended up not getting like the product that they thought that they were buying. But like buying in a game store, they don't necessarily have that. Like a game store can just have a like final sale policy. And if the game is like, you know, a repro, or person wants to return it, or like person finds a better deal elsewhere, they're kind of SOL as far as like being able to return it or get like a price adjustment. But yeah, I think that's kind of like why game stores should be more aware to like charge less than internet, just so it gives them more room to be the first option people go to, instead of thinking like, oh, I can just buy this online. Because honestly, like, that's how I think about like buying games now. I'm like, okay, if I buy it like from if I buy a game from like Target, why don't I just like go to GameStop where I can get like rewards points, or Best Buy where I can get rewards points towards like a voucher, like for $5 off or $10 off somewhere else. And also, like, I'm a big advocate for getting price match anywhere for games. Like, definitely price check what a game collection is at one store versus another, and ask for price match like pretty much anywhere you go. I know GameStop doesn't do price match, neither does Walmart, but Target and Best Buy do price match to Target Target and Best Buy price match to GameStop and Walmart, but not vice versa. Mike says, what I don't like at GameStop is when you're buying the last copy of a new game and you have to take the open case that was on display. Trust no one cashed in any codes that came with the game. Yes, exactly. Yeah, when you buy a used game, you pretty much are not getting any of the DLC that would have come with it otherwise. Yet they're charging you $5 less, like only $5 less. And you don't get any of the content that comes outside of just the game disc and any updates that come from the server that's hosting the game. Okay, cool. I got the orb from this level. I can go ahead and jump to... Oh, I got squished. Take that. LB says, I love the PS1 Spyro. Oh yeah, definitely. Lots of Spyro love in the chat right now. The PS1 Spyro is my favorite as well. I love replaying it on the PSP. Oh, and Mr. 804 is in the house. What's up, Mr. 804? Good to see you. I was just telling the chat that all these flights to Florida are like $300-400 one way, and I'm just like, let me just wait till winter to get like a $400 round trip. Oh, we got a raid on Twitch. Shadow stream support raid. Thank you so much, y'all. I really appreciate it. Shadow stream supporters raid. Yay! Thank y'all so much. I really appreciate it. Kuga says, hope you're having a great stream and hope you're liking Spyro. Thank y'all so much for the raid over on Twitch. Soups appreciate it. Philosophical Pickle says, Rhea, do you like Ratchet and Clank? It's my favorite gaming franchise of all time. It's very underrated. Yes, Pickle, I love Ratchet and Clank. I would love to play it once I am able to get like my capture card up with like my PS2 or even like a PS3 that can backwards play PS2 and PS1 games. Yeah, thank you so much, Twitch, for coming through with the raid. Yeah, I'm having a great stream. Thank you all so much for subbing. Double X, Jumpmaster, and Kuga21. We're a community of small streamers who try to lend a hand to show some love to everyone we can. Thank you so much. And Jumpmaster says, oh, the HD Trilogy is a must get on my list. Yes, exactly. I see it on sale all the time for like 20-25 bucks. Mr. Christmas says on Twitch, Spyro and Crash, I have managed to never play either of those games. Well, actually, there was a neat game where you put toys on computer readers, and Spyro was in that. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, like I said, I would always recommend this collection and the remastered Crash Bandicoot Trilogy as well. Those are both really great values, in my opinion. Kuga says, I love Ratchet. Really wish Ratchet would get a remaster collection on PC. Yes, that would be amazing to have. And then Kuga says, oh, you mean Skylanders? Oh, yeah, I remember when Spyro was originally reintroduced to like public consciousness through Skylanders. And I wasn't a big fan of his character design in that series, but I'm glad that it reinvigorated interest in him. Jumpmaster says, I'm glad to see Spyro is back. Thought it was dead after Skylanders. Yeah, totally. I'm really glad Spyro is back as well. Ruby900 says, would you watch One Piece? Honestly, like, One Piece is kind of like a huge undertaking. Like, by the time I get into it, it'll probably be well over 1,000 episodes. Mr. Christmas on Twitch says, that's what it was, Skylanders. Kuga on Twitch says, I heard of it through the ads and never messed with them. Oh, yeah, the Skylanders, version of Spyro I heard about through working at GameStop, and I would always see the playable figures or like the figures for the game, and I would just not be the biggest fan of Spyro's design for that series at all. Just like, no, hard pass. Little Buttfuck says, dual streaming. Yeah, I'm dual streaming on YouTube and Twitch. And yeah, I'm just like narrating the Twitch comments that are up on the screen right now. Kuga says, you're welcome, Mr. It's Christmas. Yeah, or it's nice Mr. Christmas.
Work, Spyro.
Cool, I think I'm all cleared on most of the levels here. But yeah, thank you so much, folks on Twitch, for supporting and commenting and coming through to watch. I really do appreciate it. I'm just sort of finishing through this homeworld really quick, and maybe we'll get to do a boss battle. Simon Stevens says, I would give you my whole nutsack. I would give my whole nutsack to watch One Piece for the first time again. It might seem like a huge undertaking, but it's well worthwhile. Oh man, yeah, that's like a very generous donation just to be able to re-experience One Piece. Like aesthetically, the show looks great. I'm just like personally a little like mentally overwhelmed, like with knowing how many episodes there are. I wish the person who like edited all the filler out of Naruto for their partner would do that for One Piece and then publish it online for me to watch. I haven't watched Naruto either, so yeah, that's like another big series that I was always just like kind of nervous to get into. Sorry, I'd have to focus on this challenge. I might have lost like a lot of time because I missed some cars on this trail. Let's see. Yeah, gonna go ahead and restart. Jetmaster says, exclamation point lurk. Thank you so much, Twitch followers or Twitch folks, for hanging out. Really appreciate it. Sorry, you just gotta focus really quick so I don't lose time. I will check the chat momentarily. Thanks for your patience. Pew pew. Like the way I do these flying levels, it's not like the most time effective, but it works for me. I'm gonna go ahead and retry because there's another orb that I need to earn in this level as well. Hope everyone's having a great evening. Thanks to everyone in the chat for coming through to hang out, making it super fun and interesting as always.
All right, Spyro, meet the course champion.
Mike says, early this week, another Kmart closed. Now they are down to just 3 locations. It is so sad shopping on their website. If you look for products available to pick up, oh my god, trying to pick up something at Kmart, yeah, that's a no-go. Wait, so there's only 3 locations, like, in your area or in the country? Yeah, the Kmarts around me have all closed. It's kind of sad. Like, they wouldn't have anything in their stores that I would want to buy, like... And I'll admit, I used to like go there and buy clothes because they were just so cheap, like even cheaper than Walmart at one point. But then Walmart started to like step up their quality and like still keep their prices really low.
It's not. All right.
Oh, I missed a ring. Okay, cool. Gotta focus. All these ring challenges. Mike says Long Island near me, near New Jersey and Miami are the our last 3 locations, 3 stores total. Wow. Damn, Kmart is going down. I wonder how many Sears locations are left. I think Sears is more common than Kmart. Cause like Sears at least gets like the foot traffic from malls. Like, not gonna lie, people would just, like, go through Sears in order to get to the mall, or park near Sears, because all the other parking near the mall entrances, or, like, near JCPenney's or Macy's were like, packed. Like, Sears clothes, like, kind of suck, too, honestly. They really had a hard time, like, keeping up their products, like, for modern audiences, I think. Like, a lot of their clothes, I think that they stopped advancing their fashion in, like, the early 2000s. So, like, they're at least 20 years behind. Max Leonard says, yeah, our CVS is shutting down now, a mile plus each direction to go to Walgreens instead. Oh, I see. Yeah, so like, we have CVS's like connected to Targets a lot of times, and then like we have an abundance of Walgreens, convenience stores slash pharmacies as well. Go ahead and quit. I think we can do the boss battle before we wrap up the stream. Go, go, go. Wait, guidebook. Yes. Cool. Yeah, we can go to the boss battle. Boss battle! It's gonna be super easy because I have the power up.
Well done, Spyro. Now that you have 6 talismans, this door will open.
Alora, our girlfriend. Mike Hawk says, it appears there are less than 25 Sears left. All of the ones near me are gone. Oh, that sucks.
Ripto and his monsters arrived in Avalar.
Well, I mean, Sears kind of sucked. I mean, I spent the last 5 minutes complaining about them in Kmart, so.
Super portal technology.
There, that's the last orb in place.
I really
Now
like
let's
the
see.
animated
All we
sequences
need are
in
some
these
coordinates.
remasters.
Yeah? How about 22475? That's my birthday.
No, Hunter, don't!
What?
It's gonna be Hunter's birthday tomorrow, 475. Wait, so Hunter's gonna be like 46? 47? Yeah, if he was born in 1975. He's old.
I can't either of you.
I think this is the original voice actor for Ripto from the original game.
Where are we? No dragons? Wonderful. Crash, go back and pack my bags. We're moving in.
The Switch animations are pretty like smooth and
Say
like kind of
hello
hazy looking.
to your new king.
Mike Hawk says, Sears once had really nice game section when I was a kid, but that was all I remember of it positively, as my grandparents would take me there. Yeah, same. I would get my pictures taken at Sears. The game displays were pretty good, from what I remember. Their toy section as well.
Scatter them throughout Avalar. Quickly!
I'll go ahead and skip this. But yeah, just wanted to admire the animation a little bit. But yeah, unfortunately, Sears is just another casualty of, you know, the ever-changing, ever-expanding, you know, marketplace of different consumer options, you know? I think I get a skill point if I do this without getting hit. Aww. Eventually he's gonna start chasing me, and that's when the real anxiety starts. Chillmonger! Moonmonger! Chillmonger says this boss fight looks epic. Oh yeah, it's like, I gotta focus, because he's eventually gonna start chasing me. Oh no! Like in the original game, he was way faster. Or like, it felt like he was way faster. Run, Purple Boi, run! Like, as soon as I said, like, oh, he used to be faster, he, like, decides to speed up. Okay, stop anytime now. Oh, man. When is he gonna stop chasing us? Chillmonger says you egged him on. I know. I think, like, if I get him to smash somewhere, then, like... Okay. What? Nice. There's, like, a random brick that's just, like, floating.
You may have been able to defeat that simpleton, but golf will be more than a match for you.
Bring it on, shorty.
Look at how cute Spyro is. Mike says he didn't get slower, the screen just got wider. Oh, I know. The spatial awareness is like not helping me. Or my lack of spatial awareness does me no favors. Super Ace Gamer says, I'm about to sleep. Alright, take care, Super Ace. Thank you again for recommending those indie titles. Night, everyone.
So long.
Mike says, I consider it bad management. Stores like Target were once looking up to chains like Kmart, and they find ways to keep their stores clean and thrive. I know! Like, I mean, I've definitely been into some Targets that don't do a whole lot to keep their shelves stocked and nice looking and stuff. But for the vast majority of Targets, they are pretty good at making sure that things are in stock. Like, there's constantly people restocking the shelves, pushing product up like towards the front of the shelf. Oh, and Evil Rotten Bunny on Twitch says, hey there, the Shadow Streamers has to move on to the next station. Have a wonderful stream. See you next time. All right, thank you so much, Evil Rotten Bunny, for the support on Twitch. I appreciate your community's engagement on my stream. And yeah, thank you so much for your help.
That Ripto has caused enough damage. All his meddling has
This
cost
guy
me a fortune.
makes us pay
If it
gems
wasn't for
to
Spyro, I'd be
learn how to
bankrupt.
climb and learn how to swim because he's a
If
jerk.
Ripto were here, I'd give him a piece of my mind.
Thank you for subscribing, Lil B.
I'd give him a lot more than that. I was a champion bantamweight boxer at university, and I still know a few moves. Take that and that. No.
Eat him.
Why you?
Good times. I think we shall call it a night right now. Yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in to the stream. I will go ahead and play our outro. Thank you to everyone on Twitch too for engaging. Hopefully I can finally hit average view count of like, I think it was 3 concurrent viewers at the same time or something along those lines. I forget. But that was like the last milestone I needed to hit on Twitch. But anyway, thanks everyone for the support. I'll catch y'all later. Take care. Bye.